Good evening, children. I am going to tell you a stedtime bory. I need a tea. I really need a tea. Oh, thank you. So let's settle. This is a well-known story. It's the story of Rindacella. Rindacella was a fine and beautiful girl. But alas, she was an orphan. And she lived with her stick-and wet mother and her two stugly sisters. They were very unkind to her. She had to sweep the swaws and dosh the wishes. She never got to have any fun. Down the way, there was a dock at the law. It was a dock at the law. And there was a messenger from the pig palace. And he held in his hand an invitation to the great ball. Oh, how Rindacella, wished she could go to the great ball. But alas, the stugly sisters said, no, you were not invited. When the day came, the stugly sisters tried their best to look beautiful, but it was very hard for them. They had a dutiful breast, and they went to the dresser, and they put on some egg muck. But they were stugly. The great day came, and off the stugly sisters went. The stick and wet mother also went because she was still looking for a husband. And Rindacella sat at the fireplace. And we shipped. We shipped and we shipped. But all of a sudden, there was a lash of flight, and before her stood a beautiful baby. She was dressed in a darkling's dress, and she held in her hand a magic wand. Cinderella was terrified. But the lady said to her, do not be afraid. I'm your Gary godmother. And I am here so that you can go to the great ball. With a wave of her wand, her magic wand, all of a sudden, Rindacella was dressed, herself in a dutiful dress. And she had slash slippers. She looked both beautiful. And off she went in a golden coach. A golden coach. She arrived at the pig palace and she climbed the stairs. And as she entered the room, there across the room was the pransome hince. Oh, how she longed to meet the pransome hince. their eyes met, and instantly they lull in love. They danced and they danced all night. Not quite all night. There was food too. It was a malicious deal. But all of a sudden, the clock struck 12. And Rindacella said, I gust mo. And Rishan. And as she ran down the stairs, she slopped her dripper. But she continued to run. Rishan, and she got home, and her beautiful breast had turned back into filthy fags.
Judy forgot.
What do you think? He's nothing. Rindacella. She was so sad. So sad. She thought she had found her lifelong love. But the Prince of Hence decided he needed to find his beautiful princess. He would not rest until he found his beautiful princess. So he sent out messengers, far and wide, to find her. Again, there was a knock at the door. And there was a messenger. He held in his hand, what did he hold in his hand? A sliced slipper. And he said, the one on whose foot the flipper sits will marry the Prince of Hence. The Stugley sister said, it's me, give me the sliced slipper. And she put out her dainty size 9 foot. And they tried the sliced slipper, but it fitted it. The other Stugley sister said, it's me. Her dainty size 12 foot. It also fitted it. And Rindacella came up, she says, please can I try? Please can I try the shoe? The Stugley sisters looked at her. No, this is for a beautiful princess, not you. But the messenger said, I was told to try every laden in the land. I just can't get it right. That's a good job you're here to correct me. So they tried the sliced slipper out of Rindacella, and guess what? It fitted it! It fitted it! The messenger was elated. The beautiful princess, we have found her! He took her back to the pig palace, and they arranged a huge heading. And the Prince of Hence and the beautiful princess were married, and they lived happily ever after.